Welcome to episode 24 of Blue-Lusional. This has been a week. I think I say that every week. It's been a week. But yeah, this is going to be a very conversational back and forth pod this week. Normally we each take a topic and just do the whole thing, but there are so many things that we are afraid to miss that it's probably just going to be very conversational, so buckle on in. And let's get right into it. Charlie's situation is obviously not over, and we have lots of updates. Devin, take it away.
I don't want more updates on this. But anyway, so as we all already know, this was not done by somebody on the left, but who cares, right? Who gives a fuck? It was us. We did it according to them. It was us, even though it was a groiper who follows Nick Fuentes, who came from a conservative family, whose grandmother said, "I don't care if you call my grandson a murderer. He's not a liberal." Anywho, there was literally a federal investigation done, as in, the people that are accusing us of doing this. There was a federal investigation done, and there was no findings that this had any ties to any left.
The text, though, the text that they tried to put out where we were all like, that was written by a boomer and you can't tell me otherwise, where they're like, come hither. And
yeah. They said he admitted on Discord, and he was calling them a squad car, and
squad car will come at 13:20 o'clock.
My love. My love. The Gen Z the saying my love.
My fire burned for you. Fucking Shakespeare shit.
Literally everyone was like, nah, something stinks.
That was
nobody talks like this. So we had Kash Patel. He was getting absolutely cooked in a Senate hearing when they were asking him about this shit. And I saw an interesting video. He was communicating with somebody. Like, he was doing like baseball hand gestures. Like, I mean, yes, he's a cokehead and he kept doing a thing, but like, he was going like rubbing his ear and like doing hand motions, like looking directly into the camera, and someone's like, oh, he's saying I'm fucked.
I am so cooked, chat.
Listen, this is what happens when you put podcasters in charge of the federal government, okay? This guy doesn't know the first thing about conducting an FBI investigation about a murder.
Putting us in charge of the FBI, we probably do a better job.
Just put us. Might as well, right?
Time.
That's the resume. Kash Patel, he was getting cooked. I mean, the Republicans are calling for him to lose his job now, which is, come on, we said this. The brown guy, you're going to be the first to go. Duh. He thought he was special. He thought he was going to be their special little brown boy. Come on. He thought him, Byron Donalds, all of them, they think they're going to be the one special good boy. People are also losing their jobs and getting doxxed because they don't care. They just don't care that Charlie Kirk was killed.
A white supremacist was killed.
They're just indifferent. It's not even like I hate him. Like, people are literally just like indifferent. They're just like, whatever. Yeah, I don't know that, man. And they're like, I'm telling your employer. One of our videos we did, it was about a grassroots candidate. And I started off the video saying, all right, guys. All right. That's enough. Let's wrap up the Charlie talk. Immediately in the comments, come on, guys. Let's make this guy famous. Tag. I got nothing. Washington. Like, what do you, I don't know that man. I don't watch that man. I don't care for that man. So I said, wrap it up, guys.
Like, it's not enough to be like, hi, yes, this is why we want gun reform. Nobody should die with bullets. That's just, I think, nobody should die. That's just, but yeah, that's why we want gun control. And then they're like, you people hate Charlie. And it's like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do. And now I'm moving on.
Now, yeah. On with my life, like, you guys move on after every shooting, but we can't move on from this one. It's just, you guys, we're not matching energies here. We're just giving you guys the same energy, just finally giving you guys the same energy, and now you know what it feels like to have that energy reciprocated. And now you want to dox everyone, call their work, get them fired, do all of this stuff. That's just crazy work.
Because they're not yelling out his name when you go and get his favorite drink.
You're acting like Charlie cared about me.
Starbucks. You don't know that man. We don't know that man.
That man didn't know you.
Didn't care about you. And also that Starbucks drink is the recipe for a sore throat.
If I was a Starbucks employee and I had to write Charlie's name, I'd write it wrong every single time. I'd spell it wrong. I'd be with a Y. I'd start throwing some letters in there. That
one woman started some shit and said the barista wrote loser on my cup when I said my name is Charlie Kirk. So they did what any other person would do. They checked the footage and saw that the barista, in fact, did not write loser on the cup.
They went to the car and wrote loser, and then
she did it. She tried to start a race war over a fucking Starbucks cup, over a man we just are indifferent about, that we are literally just trying to move on from. We're still talking about this.
We are yet again.
I don't want to. You guys don't want us to talk about him. I don't want to do it either, but you won't stop.
Had a memorial for him today, and on the memorial postcard, they didn't even put a picture of him. They had a picture of his wife, of Trump, and Vance. They didn't even have a fucking picture of him. They've moved on. They're like, we're public speakers now at this event. They've moved on.
They asked this
guy. You guys
guy,
have not moved on.
He was in the fucking interview, and she said, Charlie said hate speech doesn't exist. He said he might not be saying that now. Dox him! Dox him! Dox him! Dox him!
Okay. You guys literally are up in arms when this man was asked how he was doing the day after your beloved Charlie died, and he said, very good. Have you seen my ballroom?
I'm sorry, yeah, people on the left were cracking jokes, but half of us didn't even say the bullshit.
And it's like, y'all are the ones going down the conspiracy rabbit hole. You got Candace going down the conspiracy rabbit hole. You've got Ben Shapiro. You got all of the right-wing people are the ones that are like, this is suspicious. I don't trust anyone. And we're over here like, hi, I have to go to work tomorrow and I pay rent. Life goes on. Let us know when you're ready to talk about gun control. And the rest
we're just want gun control,
sobbing as if he was your dad. And then the other half of you don't believe anything that happened was true. And it's really all you guys over here. And I don't know why we're taking the brunt of it.
Why we're not involved. Okay. You got Netanyahu over here being weird as fuck.
Don't yell at Candace.
He's just sitting there like, guys, I didn't do this. Unprovoked. It wasn't me. We're like, nobody asked you, but now.
No, it's just, I don't understand. And I just don't get it. We're literally over here trying to move on. Devin literally said, can we move on now? And they were like, gotta dox him.
No. They said no.
Y'all told us to move on the day after the election. Not even 5 hours after the election. You guys were like, move on. He's your president now. But we give you guys the same, move on. He's not here anymore. And suddenly we're the problem. The hypocrisy is deafening.
I feel like I'm being harassed, honestly, at this point. I feel like people are walking up to my door and being like, can I interest you in our Lord and Savior, Charlie Kirk? And I'm like, yeah, man, I already subscribed to something different, but whatever. And they're just like, no, please look at this pamphlet or I will call your employer. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know him.
He was a podcaster. You want to know what podcast I listen to? Ours.
I didn't know him and Candace Owens were best friends. I don't know that guy. Everything I'm learning about him
I didn't
is
want to
against
know
my
him.
will.
Yes, I didn't want to know him. I don't care to know him now. I literally don't give a fuck.
I don't want to know that his wife used to do pageants, but you guys are forcing this information on me. I don't
I
want to know.
really didn't want to watch her cuddle up to Donna Rhea on stage. That is not what I wanted to witness with my eyeballs.
I don't care.
Good luck to you guys. You know, do what you gotta do.
I hope you find out who did this.
You get the closure you need. But we got our closure because we didn't know that man. Sorry to this man. As
I
Kiki
hope
Palmer
you
would say.
die.
I do not know
To
this
this man.
Sorry to
That's
this man.
I do not know who that man is. Like, and then,
Anyways, government
yeah, and then you
shutdown looming. They're like, but Charlie, it's gonna be like 2028, and you still.
got they passed the remembrance of him.
I just know you all moved on faster when like one of your grandparents passed. I know some of you called out of work. Some of you called out of work. The parasocial relationships that you guys have is not my business, but it's alarming.
But you're making it our business, and I don't want it.
It's just crazy for a guy who didn't know you existed.
And like everyone's up in arms about the remembrance thing being passed. I saw that and I was like, I don't care anymore. Whatever. Like he has the same.
On October 14th, celebrating that.
Him and George Floyd have the same birthday, so that's what I'll be celebrating.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. And I'm like, yeah, of course they're gonna vote for it. And you're gonna let them spin that and say the Democrats love political violence? No, they're gonna vote for it. Whatever, man.
Unanimous.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna piss us off. It's gonna happen. We're gonna clean house.
We're the targets now. We're the target. We literally just over here minding our own business.
Yeah,
Just proves that we can't do anything.
No, they just want us to stop breathing completely.
So when the government shuts down and y'all are like, wait, what the fuck just happened? It's because you were too busy over in this land that you weren't paying attention to everything that's happening in reality, which is a government shutdown is looming. Yes.
Again.
Remember the big, beautiful bill? The reason that passed, the reason Dems folded, is because Chuck Schumer got up on his fucking high horse and decided he knew what was best for all of us and said, we cannot have a government shutdown. We're all going to fold and pass this so that we avoid a shutdown because this bill is not as bad as a shutdown. Those were his words. What he failed to say is that this only got us to the end of September and then we have to have the same conversation. So everything was just to get us to September, which would have made us even more mad if we had known that from the start. But here we are. And they, of course, Republicans show up with whatever resolution they have to get us through the end of November. And wouldn't you know, more cuts to Medicaid and $88 million set aside to make sure that lawmakers and the executive branch have extra security. And I said, I swear to God, if the Dems fold. And I just stood back and waited, and they had their votes on Friday. And the House, they needed, I believe, 217 or 218. And there's almost enough Republicans, or I think there are enough Republicans if they all vote for it to pass. So because they have the majority. But don't worry, guys. Your favorite Dem, Fetterman, passed it. Just letting you guys know. No shocker there. But when it comes to Senate, they need 60 votes and they don't have 60 Republicans. So they need Dems to fold. That's what happened before with the bill. And every single Dem said no. They stood on business. They finally listened. And I know some of you don't want to give them props, and that's on you. You don't have to give them props. But here on this channel, because we spend most of our time like just trashing them, shitting on them for not listening to us, then we do need to give them props when they actually do listen to us. And they did. They listened and they said no. And then they brought forth their own resolution, because that's what happens when it doesn't pass in the Senate. They'll flip it and say, but we have this. Do you want to vote on this? And we can get this done today. And of course, what they brought forward, which would be to take off a lot of the cuts to Medicaid and put more money back into Medicaid, the Republicans said, fucking no. Out of my face with that. So what happened? Nothing. So it went into obviously this weekend, nothing happened. And this week they are back at square one. So this week
Good.
is probably going to be a lot of back and forth. Chuck Schumer has already said that Trump has said, don't call me. I don't want to speak to you guys. I don't want to negotiate. He already told the Republicans, don't call me either. Don't bring me into this. You guys figure it out. I'm not folding. We're not negotiating. That's the resolution that needs to pass. That one. So it's looking like at this point, if Dems just hold on, we will have a government shutdown. And I know that sounds terrifying, but stick with me. Stick with me here. They know the shutdown's going to happen because all Mike Johnson is doing is running around saying, if there's a shutdown, it is Chuck Schumer's fault. It's his fault only, which is how you know they know they're screwed. But here's the thing. How is it Chuck Schumer's fault when you have the majority in the House and the Senate? How is that your fault? How is that Chuck's fault? How is that not your fault? It's your fault. Everything.
They have everything.
Like, everything. So if there is a government shutdown, it is not going to be the Dems' fault. It will be Republicans' fault. And guess what's going to happen? A lot of people, unfortunately, we hate this. We don't want a shutdown. That's what we said back in April. Nobody wants a shutdown, but we also don't want to keep letting Republicans pass resolutions that continue to eat away at the American people. But what happens is that there will be massive layoffs right around the holidays. It is not going to look good. It's not going to be great. But this will be the fight that we've been asking the Dems to have. We've been telling them, shut it down, let it get to this point, because a government shutdown never looks good on the president. It doesn't look good for Trump. It's going to completely affect the economy, even more so that we are entering holiday season. So just let it shut down. This is part of the fight, because if we just let them pass whatever they need to pass to avoid this, we lose in both ways. So you might as well just shut it down. Shut it down. So this week's going to be a hurdle. So we're telling everybody to, I know it sucks. I know you don't want to thank them. I know you don't. You shouldn't have to thank people for doing their job. But I would be calling your senator, and if they're a Democrat, and saying thank you for what you did on Friday. And all I'm asking is that you continue to listen to us and hold the line and stand your ground. We should do that. We should be standing behind them and saying, we agree that you're doing this. Keep holding that line. Say no. Say no. Keep writing up your own resolutions and bringing them to the table. Say no to theirs. We are not going to continue to cut away at healthcare. We don't have any left.
There is none.
They don't need security. They can pay for their own.
There's even a petition signed by, I think it was like 800 federal workers, and they were like, shut this bitch down. We will take the period without pay. Do it.
Do it.
You're negotiating with Nazis. You should stop doing that. Mm-hmm. Take the government. Literally everyone's telling you. Listen to your fucking constituents. Just one time.
So if you, again, have a Democratic senator, give them a call on Monday, call their team, and just pass along a message that you support them, and you support them all throughout this week to continue to say, fuck no to Nazis.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Keep doing that. That would be great. And when it does shut down, again, it is not the Dems' fault. Don't let anybody gaslight you. And if they do, just say, that's crazy work when you guys control the House and the Senate. And you guys keep having this talk because you guys aren't good with money. So why do we keep talking about a government shutdown every couple months? Because Republicans aren't good with money. Which is crazy. Because you guys say that you are.
Though, right?
Yeah. But you guys obviously can't avoid a government shutdown for an entire year. It's just every couple months we have the same conversation.
It's basically quarterly.
It's a quarterly shutdown.
Speaking of things shutting down, TikTok's cooked. TikTok's cooked throughout this week. That was one of the less crazy things, but it's still crazy.
We forgot. It was
only like 7 days ago. The deadline crept up again from the last executive order he signed. He already knew what was going to happen. He was going to sign a last minute EO, but then right before the last minute EO, they said there's a framework deal with China. I was like, there is no deal, because I keep saying there's a deal. There is no deal. Apparently there's a deal that's being worked out, and it's going to be sold to like a team of shareholders between like Oracle, and I forget the other two companies, and that they're going to have the Murdochs and, you know, some other white dudes on the board that have money, and there's gonna it's gonna be an American controlled algorithm. So once that's dropped,
Come on, Neptune.
oh, that was a disaster apparently.
Skylight.
So
You guys are
Skylight,
running out of
just
time.
fix the FYP, please.
Please. Just
Everyone just keeps asking for that because this
running
is
out of
crazy.
time, and people need to start figuring out their backup plans. It could be like Substack, YouTube. I know a lot of people don't want to end up on Meta because it's Meta and it's Mark Zuckerberg, but a lot of people are going to YouTube. We plan, if something happens, to be on YouTube. We're already going to start that transition. We'll stay on TikTok until that happens, but we will not be on a US controlled TikTok. No, thank you. It's the last
Never.
place I want to be.
They're literally gonna kill the app.
I'm gonna
This
wake
is
up.
crazy.
We're gonna wake up. The For You page every morning is gonna start with like the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, before you watch your first video of the day, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
They're gonna lose so many users.
And you'll know
They really don't know that.
Like, if you didn't know if like the influencer you watch, how they voted, you'll know if they end up on the US TikTok. I mean, most of them, if they haven't come out and said they're not MAGA, they're probably MAGA, but some of them just really don't want to. They probably didn't even vote, a lot of them. You're going to know where they stand, because if any of your favorite influencers go to the US TikTok knowing exactly what it is, yeah, that's how they voted in November. Or didn't vote at all. Just as bad. Just saying.
Damn shame.
It's a damn shame. Everybody start finding your backup plans.
Yeah, because I think it's December 16th is the deadline. Who knows? Mr. Art of the Deal might fuck it up. We'll see. You never know. It's something different every day.
Yeah. It sucks. It does. And it wasn't even the craziest. It was like minuscule in the news, everything that happened. But this Charlie Kirk thing is a gift that keeps on giving, and it led to some turmoil this week. So everybody knows that Jimmy Kimmel's show was taken off the air very abruptly. And we were told that it was because of disrespectful comments that Jimmy Kimmel made in his monologue on his show about Charlie Kirk. Now, what's crazy about that is that if you watch the monologue, he is not actually talking about Charlie. He is talking about our president. I hate saying that. I don't know why I said that. Talking about the president and how he reacted to it, which we covered on the podcast, and how weird it was that he was like, oh, like, I'm doing really well. Have you seen the construction on my ballroom? Like, that's what he was talking about. That's what he was talking about. How weird that was. And then saying that politicians are using this as, you know, making this political. But if you know, Jimmy Kimmel made a post condemning political violence when it happened and sending his, you know, condolences to the Kirk family. So it's just crazy. No, there wasn't any disrespectful comments made about Charlie Kirk. And also, they said he was giving false information. He's not a fucking news reporter. He's a comedian. If you were getting your news from Jimmy Kimmel, I don't know what to tell you.
Jimmy Kimmel is crazy.
Like, what? Just, it's absolutely insane to me. But basically, what happened is the FCC chair, who, by the way, wrote the FCC chapter of Project 2025, and that was confirmed by him on Twitter, because somebody tweeted like, hey guys, just so you know, this guy is the one that wrote the whole chapter on how this was going to happen in Project 2025.
Anything about
and he responded with with the meme that's like, here, I don't think it's the Here's Johnny meme, but it's like the same actor, and he's like, you know, like, yeah, literally confirming it. And so, of course, that everybody was like, what the fuck? They're just saying it now. Now they're saying they didn't know about Project 2025, and now all of a sudden they're like, hell yeah, I wrote that chapter and all my stuff's happening. This is great. But the FCC chair is not supposed to like be involved in the type of content that each show is putting out. It's supposed to be in charge of broadcasting licenses and making sure like one thing isn't bleeding into another. Like that there aren't two of the same show on one station.
And that you aren't saying crazy shit.
Yeah, like that's what they would do. And normally you don't pull licenses unless a license is expiring and being renewed. And then apparently you can have like a public forum where people could show up and say, I don't want Jimmy Kimmel show to get renewed because I think he was disrespectful to Charlie Kirk. Like that's where that would normally happen. So obviously we're seeing things that aren't normal and that for an FCC chair. And we are watching, because I guess mergers are happening, so we're watching ABC fold. They folded. They complied in advance over money. And so what did we all do? We said, bet, fuck you, fuck Disney, fuck Hulu, fuck ESPN, all of it. So it led to mass protests, physical protests outside of the Capitol. They were protesting wearing Jimmy Kimmel merch. The politicians were wearing Jimmy Kimmel merch. There was protests outside the studios. There was protests everywhere. And then people were like, oh, bet, canceling my subscriptions, us included. My husband and I canceled we had a Disney Plus and Hulu package, canceled that. So many people canceled. People started canceling their Disney cruise line trips, their Disney vacations. Somebody canceled their wedding at Disney.
It was like $100,000.
$50,000 wedding at Disney canceled. It got to the point, and I will point out as a couple who canceled their Disney Plus package, that when we went to cancel, it literally asked and gave us a discount. And some people are getting different discounts, which is crazy because like as this is going on, the discount's getting lower. But I believe some people were getting like the free month, and then for the next 6 months it was like $6.99. At one point it was $9.99. Like now it's $6.99. And then there's a reason box and you can put your reason. And then some people are calling in to cancel so that they can say how upset they are. And literally our friend or our mutual Lime Accordion, who also goes by the People Us, who does all the phone calls with politicians, called in to cancel her Disney Plus and asked the customer service lady, like, hey, have you gotten a lot of calls canceling? And she was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we have.
Yeah, they're doing it internationally.
Yes, they are losing millions.
Billions.
Millions
of subscribers, billions of money. So if you ever had to question if the power was with the people, celebrities.
We had like Cynthia, or not Cynthia Erivo, that's wicked. Cynthia, she's in Sex and the City. She was one of the girls in Sex and the City.
I forget.
Made a video canceling. And then you're also going to see celebrities that will say, I'm not going to act in anything that's a Disney owned and produced movie. Like people are saying, hell no. But what's been crazy is that far right wing politicians and far right wing people have been coming out and saying, this is an attack on free speech and we should all be terrified. People like Ben Shapiro, people like Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson, who are saying, they're saying it because they know they know the repercussions will hit them. So they're saying this is an attack on free speech. And what I'm like, I hate Jimmy Kimmel, but like, this is going to bite conservatives in the ass in the future. Because if we start to say that certain things are hate speech and lead to fireable offenses and lead to like, even somebody like Ted Cruz is like, if we pass laws that this is hate speech, then it's going to fuck over conservatives in the long run, because they know the pendulum will swing back and Dems will be back in control. And when that happens, they will use all of that against them. The thing that they hated. Charlie Kirk didn't even believe hate speech existed. So they're like, this is going to fuck us in like 4 years. So
what's crazy is the more Republicans I see coming out, I'm like, you guys didn't read Project 2025? because
We don't
it
even
was
read
there.
legislation.
Brendan Carr was like, yo, I wrote that and I'm doing it right now. Like right now, we're getting rid of the First Amendment right now.
Right now.
And they're like, wait, why are you doing
We're
that?
rewriting it. We're rewriting what it means, which is that you can't talk badly about the president. You just can't. But we can when it's Obama. We can when it's Biden. We can when it's any politician, any Democratic politician we don't like, but you guys can't do it back. You can't do that. You can't be rude and mean. Meanwhile, our president just
Says
we don't even know. It just literally says whatever he wants. It's insane. And conservatives have always said, my First Amendment, I can say whatever I want. We've always said you can say whatever you want, but sometimes there's consequences to that. And that has always been hate speech. Like when they say like liberals always dox people and get them fired. Well, maybe because somebody put their hands on a black person, assaulted somebody, used hate speech. Yeah, of course, you should be fired for assaulting someone.
Yeah, stop telling people on
Broad
the internet
daylight.
you're gonna murder them. That's why you got fired.
There is a difference between that and us saying, hi, yes, we do not want anybody to be killed by a gun. We want gun control, but we aren't going to mourn a white supremacist. And you guys are like, that's hate speech.
How dare you? I'll flip all this shit over.
Yeah, there is a difference. Yeah, I'm going to find out where you work and call your place of work. If you get out of your car, go up to somebody else's car with a gun and say the N-word and point a gun at them and then smack them in the face and leave the scene.
Yeah, you shouldn't have a job.
I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. But now we're seeing right-wing politicians go, guys, we've seen this play before, okay? We're in charge now, but that we're not going to be in charge soon. And when we're not in charge and we pass all this shit to get them in trouble and then they're back in control, they're going to go Uno reverse. And then
Remember that shit you did?
We are the party that says that we need to be able to say what we want to say. We have to we can't. Jimmy Kimmel has to go back on the air. You guys gotta reverse this.
Eric Swalwell said it. He just said it. He said, you guys are not going to have the House and the Senate in a little bit over in the year. I suggest you get a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. We've been saying that about people who sign up to be ICE agents. It's like, guys, you're not protected when the pendulum swings back. Just so you know. And you know that because that's why they're allowing you guys to wear masks, except for in California after January. You can't wear a mask because Newsom said, I'm gonna pass a law. I'm passing legislation. You can't wear a mask as an ICE agent.
Trump has immunity, not you.
So that we've been saying that. And politicians same. It's like, you guys, good luck. Good luck. And now we have people on the right agreeing and saying, yeah, guys, they're right. If they get back in control, we are so fucked because of you guys. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. As of right now, they say no. The only way Jimmy Kimmel's coming back on air is if he does a public apology and then donates a lot of money to the Kirk family. And he's not going to do that. And I'm going to say right now what I said when this happened to Stephen Colbert. You guys have a lot of money. Stephen, Jimmy, a lot of other celebrities. You guys have a lot of money. And you guys could take that money and start an independent network with an app that people can subscribe to. You could have podcasts. You could have TV shows. You could even invest into something like a TikTok and have it be all independent. Put people like Joy Reid, Don Lemon on there, all together, easy. And people would pay for it because people have been paying for all this other shit. And you could really do something for the future of independent media. I'm just saying.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Don't go to another network.
His production company suing for $1 billion. I think that's entirely too low.
I think that's too low. And I would
for the whole thing.
Try to another network pick them up. And I know that they're trying to get them over in Canada. And you know what? But I'm just like, come on, independent media, it's a thing. People are really just figuring out where they want to spend their money now, and they would spend it on independent media going forward. And they do. So it's like, I would be jumping on this. If I was a celebrity, I would. So just a thought.
We're
I'm sure
going
you've
that
already
route.
been asked about this, but
We're going that route. Mainstream's
Mhm.
dying, so we're going that route anyway. Why not be first?
hey, I give you my money.
And seeing as how
Yeah.
subscriptions getting canceled up in here.
Yes. And for anyone that did cancel their subscriptions and are figuring out what am I going to do now, if there are independent media platforms that you haven't started paying for, you could donate your money there, or you could save that money for your family, or you could donate that money to your local grassroots candidate's campaign, because they're the ones that are going to get in office and fight for you and make sure this shit doesn't happen in the future. There's a lot of ways you could look at it, but if you are looking to maybe spend that money somewhere else, I would really think about where you're going to spend it and maybe give it to somebody who needs it. Very grateful for it. And I know these candidates would be so grateful. Just a thought.
Also, Brian Mast tried to take away our First Amendment real
Oh
quick.
yes, sorry. Yes, he did try to slip a provision. Just slip it. They always do it. They hide it in there in a State Department bill saying that Marco Rubio would have the power to just revoke your US passport for anyone giving material support to terrorists, which material support can mean anything, like donating to charity, just being at a protest, posting something online, like nothing we all know. And then they even think that Democrats are terrorists. So the word terror, they just throw that around. Yeah, suddenly your right to travel is on Marco Rubio, who quite literally was in debt, guys, so far in debt that they put his second home in foreclosure, and then he used money to buy a boat instead of getting his second home out of foreclosure. So that's the man who gets to decide if you get to leave the country and travel. So that happened, and everyone was like, oh, absolutely not. What the fuck is that? And then Brian was like, no, no, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I did not mean to do that. Didn't mean to do
You
that.
guys saw that? Fuck.
That just slipped in there. I didn't even mean to put that in there.
Who did that? Who said that?
I would never. So he didn't
Wasn't
go
me.
in there. Everyone was like, wait, what? He was like, "Oh,
Putting
you
in
guys
what now?
read that in full?" Shit.
Saw that was me. You saw I
You
put
wanna know
that.
why? Because these grassroots candidates are reading it in full. That's why you should be supporting them.
Bernard Taylor gave the update. He said, by the way, Brian got that public backlash and backed off.
So yeah, it's again attack on free speech. That's why when they say like delete your JD Vance memes when you go through customs, like that was a way for them to like make that into something bigger, and it didn't work. So just keep pushing back, guys. Push back on.
Very good, appropriate responses. Bang up job, gang. I mean, no
We'll see you next
notes.
week for the
Great
next
job.
one.
Yeah, we'll see. Next one they try to attack, we'll regroup and figure it out.
Yep.
Now, this was something that was just completely fucked up. And it was, I would say it's obviously ties into the Charlie Kirk shit. There were two men that ended up hanging from trees in Mississippi just this past week. One of them was a black student at Delta State University. His name was Trey Reed. He was 21 years old. Found him hanging from a tree at the school, Delta State University. Police investigate for 2 hours. No foul play. No foul play, with broken legs, with bruises that are just not on his neck. And the only thing with that is that that's not how a black person is going to choose to off themselves. It's not going to happen. No, just never. Ever. Never, ever, ever. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. Okay? Put out a call to action. Everybody moved real quick on there, said we need to get fucking answers. We need footage from the fucking school because this is bullshit. You are lying. Ain't no motherfucking way. People blew that shit up on their Instagram. They're emailing the shit out of them. They're like, we need to see the footage. We need answers. We need an autopsy. No, we're not letting this one slide. Absolutely not. Especially after HBCUs are getting bomb threats the day after Charlie Kirk got killed. Come on. Mm-hmm. Colin Kaepernick is going to be paying for an independent autopsy on this, because why the fuck would the police do their job? Just another black kid, right? Just another 21-year-old. That's fine. In Mississippi. Come on, in Mississippi, you're going to tell me there's no foul play? Absolutely wild. And then another one that ties back to rhetoric. A homeless man in Mississippi. This is a white guy, but still hanging from a tree. His name was Corey Zucadis. After Brian Kilmeade had got his ass on Fox and said, we should just euthanize homeless people. Just kill them. Just kill them. We got a homeless man hanging from a tree. That, and there was also that other attack where somebody shot up a homeless encampment.
Twice.
Two
of them.
So it's just real fucking crazy how the left gets framed as the party of violence and murder and always calling for political violence. But literally after two figures on the right essentially say to commit violence against the left, they do it while we are sitting over here minding our fucking business. It was the left. Go kill black people. They killed Charlie. Fuck homeless people. Just kill them. Okay. And it's just the fucking hypocrisy that surrounds this shit. It's like, I don't know how to put it into. It's literally like, I'm in the Twilight Zone. Am I really watching this? And they're fucking, they are the ones literally killing people and hanging them and shooting them, and
they go silent online.
Silent.
Always MAGA in our comments. We always do, and they always come in hot with something. The two videos we did on Trey and on the Brian Kilmeade situation, crickets from them. They don't even have a way to spin it. There is no way to spin it, because when you call it out and you call it out what it is, like Devin just said, you can't spin it. You can't. The hypocrisy is just blaring in your face, and there's no way for you to say, but it was okay for Brian to say that. You can't, because then you're like agreeing with Brian. There's just no and if you say I don't agree with it, then you should have been calling for him to be fired immediately. And none of you did. None of you did. Trust that none of you did. So it's just, and then the whole, yes, you're all over here going down these conspiracy rabbit hole theories on Charlie Kirk's assassination, but 2 hours, not even for Trey.
No flag at half-mast.
No footage. No. It's on a campus. There should be cameras everywhere. But no, you guys are too busy going down that rabbit hole and following Candace. Candace, I don't get it. Just come out and say how you really are. Don't hide behind some bullshit anymore. Just come out and say, I hate black people and I hate homeless people, and I actually agree with everything that Brian said, and I would rather spend my time mourning Charlie Kirk. Just come out and say that. It's just apparently the mask's off. Just go for it, because you trying to spin it is
it's
just
weirder. It's dumb. Why are we wasting our time doing this? Why are we playing these games? Stand on business. Say with your fucking chest. Like, you guys are fucking clapping for fucking Latinos to be fed to fucking alligators. Like, fucking come out and say, I hate brown people and I think homeless people should die. Why are we playing this game?
Like, I am in fact racist. I am in fact homophobic. I am in fact transphobic. I am sexist. And I hate homeless people.
But here's the thing too, they get offended when you call them that.
Oh yeah, they're like,
so it's like,
they're like, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. It's taken out of
I want to be these things, but don't call me that. Don't call me out for it. I can't handle that.
I'm calling.
I can do it
right now.
But don't call me out for it. Don't. I can't handle that. I can handle calling somebody the N-word with a hard ER to their face, but don't you dare call me a racist.
Racist for it.
Because you guys get to say it all the time. Why can't I? It's just words. Get over it. Kind of ironic.
Mm-hmm.
The irony.
This whole episode is hypocrisy. Gaslighting and hypocrisy.
At its fucking finest. And here's some more fucking hypocrisy coming at you. Yeah, also how the Democrat Party is the party of criminals or whatever the fuck. Okay, well, the fucking made up position of borders are fucking mascot for Mucinex, Tom Homan, got caught in actual 4K accepting a bag of money from FBI agents disguised as contractors, telling these fake contractors who he didn't know were FBI agents that he would give them government contracts for $50,000 in a fucking kava. So they gave him a fucking bag of money in a kava in public, and it's caught on video, and then fucking Trump killed the investigation. Literal bribery.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna say on this one, guys? It's fake news. It's not real. It's AI. It wasn't Tom. It was somebody else. Where are we gonna go with this one?
I'm said, put it in the bag.
Like, bro, how dumb are these people? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Bro was about to work for the federal government and couldn't smell out a Fed? What? You're that corrupt? You're just anyone. Yo. Hey, Tom, can I get some government contract? Yeah, just give me fucking $50K. Just put it in the fucking bag. Anyone?
They're gonna be like, no, but it's really sad. He went on 60 Minutes and said that his wife doesn't talk to him anymore.
I need to
He's
hear
a father.
the questions.
He's a father.
His kids were right there when they set him up.
You guys can't be mean to him. He's a father.
I need to know the questions that these fucking FBI agents were asking him, because I know for a fact that they were definitely leading him and they weren't even trying. They were probably sitting there like, so Tom, if we were to give you $50,000, would you give us government contracts? Was that a yes? Okay, I am now getting the bag of money. Okay, is that okay with you, Tom? Like, the way I know that it was the easiest job they ever had.
In the
and they were just like, we got them in
broad daylight. It's just baffling.
But the Democrats are criminals. I can't tell you how many times I see in comments, the Democrats are criminals.
But Joe Biden.
The Joe Biden crime family.
Biden took how many days off and went to the beach?
Meanwhile, you got Tom Homan in a kava.
Money in the bag. And they're like, but Joe Biden's pen. Auto pen. Stupid. Stupid. And again, these countries outdo us. They outdo us with the protesting. They outdo us with embarrassing Trump. Come on, guys. Come on. Do not comply in advance award. As always, the UK. Fucking kiss. Every time he comes to the UK, they're like, get the...
What the fuck are you doing here?
So uncomfortable. And you keep coming back. They literally were like, what can we do? We have to go big or go home. So they were like, we are going to just literally project the image of him and Epstein on the Windsor Castle. Of them buddying up. Right on the Windsor Castle. Right on there. We're going to boo this man the entire time that he's here.
What, do they have, a giant tarp? Was it a tarp or like a blanket?
A whole tarp covering the grounds. And I don't want to hear that they just do that because when he visits out every now and then, it's hard for Americans to protest him because we have to see him all the time. That's not an excuse. That is not an excuse.
In that short amount of time.
Fucking Windsor Castle. We can be petty. We can be as petty as the UK.
We're not hating hard
enough.
They're
real bad because I'm this close.
We're not hating hard enough. Hey, we're the party of hate, right? We're not doing it. We're not doing it right. We're not doing it right.
We could be just so petty, and we
Project that shit on the White House. Why is that not happening?
the pettiest thing we did was somebody flew that flag in DC up in distress. I think that's as petty as it got over here, and I need us to be pettier than that.
Like, we all know he has a childhood trauma with mashed potatoes, right? Like, Mary Trump said that. Like, why the fuck aren't we sending mashed potatoes to the White House every day? What? Come on. We can do better. We can do better.
Well, to round up, yes, that really did happen. So many things this week. Trump said that 300 million people died just from drugs last year.
I can confirm because I am dead. I'm dead. I think I'm dead.
I can confirm that the population is approximately 330 million.
I have to be dead.
So I guess the population now is about 30 million.
Oof.
Oof. Oof. Math is just not math in there. It's not, and they don't call him out. This is what I mean, guys. We should be calling him out in real time. Somebody should have said, I'm sorry, what did you just say?
They glossed over.
Do you know how many
shit.
people there are? You know what the population is?
Don't give us a press pass.
I would have been like, I'm sorry, what? Say that again? Into my microphone.
How many? You said 300 million?
You definitely.
Do you know how many people live here?
And then he pretty much said, if you criticize him, that's illegal. How fucking dare you? So Devin made an entire post calling him everything.
What a bitch.
Nasty ass bitch.
Like, what a bitch. Stop talking about.
Don't
like,
be mean to me.
I'm like, I was like, wow. The dictator playbook just means like, you're a pansy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about me. Don't look at me. So rude. Don't be mean to me.
Just, yeah, I will be mean. Trust.
Oh, you don't like that?
Be meaner? Is that a challenge? Okay.
Yeah. Since we're committed to not understanding.
Yeah. In that same sphere, he also said, just every time he's in front of a microphone, he was interviewed and said, Charlie said hate speech doesn't exist. And then immediately goes, he probably isn't saying that now.
Why aren't you guys
probably wouldn't say that now if he knew what he knew. He probably would believe in hate speech now.
Like, y'all let him crack that joke on your boy?
The man hasn't even had he at that point didn't even have the memorial service. And you're saying he moved on too fast?
You let him say that?
You're just gonna let him say that? He said he was doing very well after the man died and started that construction on the ballroom, and then also was like, he said he hated hate speech. That didn't age well.
He said, I bet
he's cracking jokes.
Saying that now. Like, yo, what?
Jokes that you guys are like,
I bet he ain't saying that now.
Just. And I guess instead of taking any ounce of accountability, MAGA's like, well, the rapture's coming on the 23rd of September, and we're all going to ascend, and y'all are going to get left behind. And might I say, that sounds great.
You're in a cult. You're in a cult. You're in a cult. They told you they're going to beam you up. You're in a cult. They said you're going to get beamed up into the sky. You're in a cult.
Good luck to you guys on your ascent. We'll be here. Do we have to go to work the next day?
Sign over the deeds to your homes. Yeah. Give us your cars. Empty out your bank accounts. Yeah.
They said that you can't take your pockets. You can't take it with you. Books. You can't take your purses. You can't take any personal items. So just leave those behind. Unlock your houses. Leave the keys in the car. We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry about us.
We're good.
Don't you worry. We'll figure it out.
We're heathens, but we're resourceful.
We're resourceful. We'll figure it out. Don't you worry. We might just add to the population after you guys are gone.
In your memory.
But but you guys can't really decide on a date because it was the 23rd, but then you guys were like, never mind. It's the 24th. And then you said, well, it's actually like anywhere between the 23rd and the 20th. So it seems like you guys aren't really like talking really well with your person up there. to figure out what it is. The Google Calendar invite's just not doing its thing. So whatever day you guys decide, let us know. It seems like it's still up in the air. Just crazy that it's like on a weekday. Couldn't be a weekend. But I'll see you guys all next week, and you're going to say the same thing that happened in 2012 when it, the world didn't end. And we'll be next week. You guys will say, I got the wrong year. It's actually next year. September 23rd next year.
They're not even going to be embarrassed when this passes. They're going to pretend it didn't happen. They're going to be like,
look, I didn't say that. They're going to gaslight us so hard.
They're like, why are you the party of murder?
They're going to be like, guys, did you see that AI post of Charlie? He said he was up in heaven. He must have told him not to do the rapture.
Bro. If these motherfuck and I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna pretend he come. They're gonna say he came back. They're gonna say he came back from the dead. They're gonna do it. I'm gonna open that front door and I'm just gonna start walking. I'm just gonna start walking with no destination. Like, I'm done here.
Catch Devin and I in the UK.
I'm fucking walk to the UK. If these motherfuckers if they try to pull a Jesus, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Done.
I'm gonna lose it. I will flip this table over. I will if I see them pull a hologram, if they pull a hologram Tupac, I'm just and I know that I know somebody's gonna see this and say, yo, you know what? You know how else we can grift off of them? You remember when they did that Tupac hologram? This bald black dude was talking about it on YouTube. That's how we can, and it's gonna be my fault. It's gonna be my fault.
It is gonna be. I'm gonna blame you.
Just see it in a week and we're like,
no, we're gonna gaslight them. We're gonna reverse it. We're gonna come on here and pretend none of this happened. None of it happened. You think that that's it, guys? No, it's not. Then we had Trump do his normal True Social that, that whole, this should have been an email. Yeah, this should have been an email because he posted screaming at Pam Bondi saying that she needs to arrest his political enemies. I think he thought it was an email or a DM or that he was texting her, but that was definitely not meant to be posted on True Social. You cannot tell me otherwise. That is not open for debate.
But he signed it. He signed the text. He said, DJ T. It's so funny, but it's also horrifying.
Somebody in the White House, whatever intern, I need you to put his phone in kid mode like you do for your kids with the screen time. And I need you to install that on his devices.
White House was like, what the fuck?
They were like, delete that shit.
They're like, bro, what are you doing? You're supposed to keep this in-house. You're not supposed to say it out loud. Now they know what we're trying to do.
We know what you're trying to do because we all fucking read Project 2025. You're acting as if this is brand new fucking information. It's not.
Still available to read. It's right there if you need to catch up.
It's a new fresh hell. Episode.
Just, hypocrisy and just nonsense and just a new fresh hell every day. So please follow us on all of our socials so you can get more crash out videos because this just getting stupider by the day. YouTube, Spotify, Substack, Blue Sky, Instagram. We're also on Skylight, praying to God that they fix that fucking thing. That's all of it. TikTok, we're there until they do this merger. New, whatever the fuck, whatever they're doing. The second it drops, been fun. We're out of here.
Yeah, everybody's like, why don't you have a backup on TikTok? I don't want one. If they kick us out, I don't want to be on Blue-Lusional too. No, thank you. No, we don't have a backup. We're not going to get a backup. I'm just letting it be the universe's take. If we get kicked off, we get kicked off. I'm just not playing the 7 backup accounts game. It's not worth it for TikTok. So go subscribe on YouTube.
It's on its last legs. Subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Do all the things. We'll be back on Thursday for the grassroots candidate interview as per usual. And we'll see you on episode 25. Bye.